Welcome to Hitman Boxing. Hit that like and subscribe button. So they had the second press conference for the Anthony Joshua versus Jarrell Miller fight in London today. Kind of lackluster, not as exciting as the first press conference where, you know, Jarrell Miller was going off and talking shit and trying to attack Anthony Joshua. This one was a lot more reserved, and Jarrell Miller even said it himself. He was going to be a little bit more reserved during the press conference because he didn't want to excite anyone. You know, both guys were talking about their accomplishments and, you know, what they've done with their careers and, you know, what led them up to this point and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, Jarrell Miller was talking his shit without being overly aggressive. I can only surmise that he had a couple of cheeseburgers before the press conference. Anthony Joshua talking about how he's going to rearrange Jarrell Miller's face, and both guys talking about they're going to stop each other in the 7th round. And, you know, Jarrell Miller just talking about how he's never hit the canvas and how Joshua doesn't have a chin. You know, Joshua's been down a few different times on a few different occasions, but, you know, AJ's got the belts. Jarrell Miller's the contender. And I kind of... You know, Anthony Joshua made a very good point about something. You know, after this fight's over with, Jarrell Miller's going to be irrelevant. But I guess that depends on how he loses because, I mean, Jarrell Miller's going to lose the fight. And to be honest with you, I'm rooting for Jarrell Miller. I think he's an entertaining guy, you know. I rooted for Charles Martin. I didn't root for Dominic Breazeale because I can't stand Dominic Breazeale. I still don't like Dominic Breazeale to this day. But, you know, Charles Martin, when he came over there, he was talking that shit. He got knocked the fuck out. Dominic Breazeale tried to talk that shit. He got treated on several occasions by Anthony Joshua. And Jarrell Miller, I like Jarrell Miller because he talks shit. I like shit talkers, man. I talk mad shit on this channel, you know? So, of course, I'm gonna side with the shit talker. But you know what? I can say I'm rooting for Jarrell Miller to win this fight, to upset Joshua, only because imagine what that would do to the Anthony Joshua Deontay Wilder fight. Imagine if both of them lose. What if Wilder loses the next fight, and what if Joshua loses this fight against Miller, man? Then everything changes in the heavyweight landscape, man. Everything just completely changed, and I think it would be hilarious if them dudes lost. But I honestly don't see Anthony Joshua losing this fight. He seems to be more focused this time around, maybe because he's at home, who knows, but you know, Jarrell Miller, I think he's going to give us the best version of himself this fight. But, you know, he just hasn't been in the ring with elite level competition like Anthony Joshua has. And he's just not ready for this fight, man. He's, you know, mentally, he might be there. Shit, I can't even say he's going to be there physically, honestly. But in my opinion, I think Jarrell Miller will come prepared. It's just not going to be enough for Anthony Joshua. I think Anthony Joshua will be sharp this fight. I don't see him going down. I don't see him getting hurt. You know, Jarrell Miller isn't like, he doesn't have that one knock, that one punch knockout power. You know, his power is okay. You know, he hits you with, he throws a lot of punches to the body and shit, but nothing that's going to knock out a motherfucker like AJ. But AJ can knock this dude out in one shot. So it'll be interesting how the fight plays out. It'll be interesting to see if Jarrell Miller is respectful after the fight. He probably will be, you know. But again, if Jarrell Miller loses this fight and it's not competitive, then he's going to become irrelevant just like Charles Martin and what Charles Martin became, you know. But shout out to both of these guys. Shout out to Jarrell Miller, man, because he's from the United States, so I got to give him some respect, you know. And even if it was Wilder fighting AJ, I'd give him a little respect, but you know how I feel about these fucking boxers, man. I don't really think much of them. Hitman Boxing, let me know what you guys thought of the second press conference. What differences did you notice in both of these guys the second time around? Did you enjoy it? I skipped around a little bit in the beginning, but it is what it is, man. And the fight's a little ways off, so they got time to build a fight. So I guess this press tour, I'm not sure where they're going to be going next, but, you know, hopefully they hit up some more spots in the United States, man. Hopefully they come to like the Midwest and the West Coast. That'd be interesting if they did that, but I doubt it. AJ, here's my thing, man. Like, I feel like I heard Eddie Hearn say some shit about AJ fighting Usyk in 2020, which makes me feel like AJ's next fight definitely ain't going to be Deontay Wilder. And, you know, I know Deontay Wilder's been holding up the negotiation process, but something has got to fucking give from both sides, man. I'm not saying Wilder deserves 50-50, but 30% maybe. He should have took that flat fee a while ago. But I guess that's just how the game goes, and we're not going to get that fight when we want to, man. Both of these motherfuckers might be washed up by the time we get the fight. So let's hope and pray we get that fight soon. Anthony Joshua's going to win this fight against Jarrell Miller. I think he's going to stop him. You know, honestly, I think it's going to be I could see it being a controversial stoppage. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. A controversial stoppage by way of Anthony Joshua. And Jarrell Miller's going to be pissed off, and we're not going to hear the end of the shit. So, Hitman Boxing, again, drop a comment, like the video, subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought about the press conference, the second presser here in London. And I'm out.